Welcome back, everyone. Just going to kind of do a quick overview of a recent epic collection by Marvel that I just finished reading here. And as you can see, it is Deadpool and Cable. This one is called Ballistic Bromance. Pretty cool and clever title there for it. So with this collect specifically, and this is volume 1, and if you know anything about these epic collections, they generally don't release in a specific order. So you could get, for example, like this one's a volume 1. This could have been a volume 3, could have been a 5, could have been a 12. However they see fit as far as the timeline of collections would be how they release these things. For this one, this is the first one that was released for the Deadpool and Cable. And this collects Cable and Deadpool 2004 volumes or issues, excuse me, 1 through 18. And this volume 1 collects from 2004 to 2005. Retails for $44.99 in the US, unless you could find a deal on it. And with 18 issues, there's a lot of stuff that it covers here as far as content. So when we open this thing up, we see basically our collection here of various things for modern era that have been collected so far, all the way from Astonishing X-Men down through Venom there. The one that I am really curious of getting is the Spider-Man Deadpool ones for my next ones, because I really enjoyed reading the Deadpool and Cable here. So I think on my list, if I can find a good deal, they have 2 volumes out for that, as you can see documented here. But again, let's get to this content here. We have our credits here. So your writer, your artists, your pencilers, inkers, and so on. And then you have your introduction here and then some cover art for issue 1. So the thing I enjoyed about this modern era, obviously the art style and collection is really well drawn. And the introduction for the characters, you get kind of a modernistic take on what the Deadpool is as you know him, because a lot of people have interpreted Deadpool a little bit different, but this one's a little bit more fun and wacky and goofy. Not majorly fourth wall breaking in this collection, but it still exists, just not over the top. But this gives an introduction for how Cable is sent back in time and how he crosses paths with Deadpool here. So as you can see here, the introduction of that character and crossover with some mature content mixed in, not overly mature where you should be worried, but there is a significant amount of violence and some brutality, for a lack of a better term. So it does exist in this collection. But I think the overall story arc I really enjoyed, but the problem with it was it just kind of abruptly ended. Like it got a conclusion, and I won't spoil it for you here, but it just kind of was done. And it left you wanting more as you went through the main volumes here. So in addition to 1 through 18, it does have some extra stories here at the end in a multi-part series to tie up what they established. And this is what ends it here. And it takes such a major shift at the end as far as story and character goes. So this right here is where it takes that major turn. So after about issue 13, well, with issue 13, it just kind of jumps into a weird direction. You get some crossover with some other characters. We see just a snippet of Wolverine here. And again, I don't want to spoil too much because I do want you to read it. But there are some other crossovers. And it just, again, it ends so quickly that I don't know if they plan on doing more. But I hope so. But honestly, just a kind of a quick flip through. These aren't meant to be detailed. It's just more so, hey, this is what I'm reading, and this is whether I'd recommend it to you kind of videos. And this one is one that, yeah, I would recommend you pick this one up. He is fun with a companion. So thanks for tuning in. See you next time.